Okay, two small concepts before we move on to binomial expansion. One is factorial. Factorial, basically you multiply up to the number, whatever is given. Suppose you have 3 factorial, so you'll write 1 into 2 into 3. 4 factorial is 1 times 2 times 3 times 4. 5 factorial is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One is this. The other is NCR. 99% of the time we'll be working on calculator, but if the question demands that expand without using calculator, that means we have to show the working. This will be n factorial over n minus r factorial r factorial. For example, if you are given 6c3, so you can write 6 factorial divided by 6 minus 3 factorial times 3 factorial. Now, how do we simplify this? We know that this is 6 in the numerator, which is 1 into 2 into 3 and so on. If I say we can write 6 factorial in both of these ways, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or in reverse order, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So 6 factorial. I know we have 3 factorial in denominator, so I can write 6 into 5 into 4, and then there is 3. So 3 factorial. 3 to 1, instead of writing 3 to 1, we can write 3 factorial. So this 6 minus 3 is 3 factorial times 3 factorial. You cancel out these two. Now you're left with 6 times 5 times 4. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3 times is 6 and 6. So 5, 4 times 20. Now 6C3 is 20. So these were the two subtopics before we move on to.
Sir?
Yes.
With the numerator, do we not write the other 3 terms for the factorial because they cancel out?
We can write, but we just saved a little effort. If we would have written 3, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. By now there are 2 3 factorials. 3, 2, 1, and the other is again 3, 2, 1. So we just saved our time by not expanding 3 factorial and 3 factorial. Final result is same. This is 3 1 times, 3 2 times, then 2 1 time, 2 2 time. You're left with 5 4 times 20. You can do it either way, which you feel comfortable. Okay, now this was it for this part. If he tells you to calculate 5 factorial, that is 5 4 3 2 1, and multiply all these, you get 120. And 5C2, so 5 factorial over 5 minus 3 into 3 factorial. And you simplify these to get 10. And most of the time we will be using calculator. So coming to binomial expansion. Okay, now this is the formula. Wherever you see this n in at top and 1 here, this is basically NC1. This is NC2. And this is NCR. So the formula is when we have A plus B power n, this is A raised to power n plus NC1 A n minus 1 B1. Now this sequence will keep on moving. The power of A will keep reducing, power of B will keep on increasing. So NC2 A n minus 2 B2. Then NC3 3 an minus 3 b3. In the same way, if you have NCR, like after some terms, if you have NCR, you see when it was 1, it was n minus 1. When it was 2, it was n minus 2. When it is 3, n minus 3. So now a n minus r. And whatever it was 1, b power 1, 2, b power 2, 3, b power 3. So again, b raised to power 3. And the last term would be b raised to power n. So this is your formula. If we squeeze it a little, this will become a power n plus nc1 an minus 1 b1 plus nc2 an minus 2 b2, and then skip this third one, ncr an minus r br, and if you skip again, the last term will be b raised to power n. Let's solve few questions. Example question. If we say we have 2x plus 3, okay, only 3 for now. If we have 2x plus 3 raised to the power 6, the examiner will always tell you how many terms he wants you to write. For 6, these will be 7 terms actually. For example, he tells you to write the first 3 terms or first 4 terms. So first term is a raised to power n plus 6c1 a n minus 1 and b1 plus 6c2 a n minus 2 and b2. These are 3 terms plus 6c3 a n minus 3 b3. These are 4 terms. The question will always tell you up to how much extent. 6c4 a n minus 4 b4. 6c5 a n minus 5 and b5, and the last one is b raised to power 6. Now, how do you solve this? You use your
I don't know
calculator.
how to solve this. What is this? What just happened? I go to the toilet, I come back after 5 minutes and this is on my screen. What
You should have told me you left.
so what is this?
This is the formula. Let's write this here again. Binomial expansion, a plus b power n. So this is how you do it. First term power n plus n c1 a n minus 1 and b1. Okay, first term, then second term. Power of first term will keep on reducing, power of second term will keep on increasing, plus nc2. Now a is n minus 2 and b is 2, and so on, plus nc if it is r, a is n minus r, b is r, plus last term will be b raised to power full power, that is n. So we just did that example. First 2x is a, then 3 is b. 2x is a, 3 is b. So it is a raised to power n, then it is 6c1 a n minus 1 b1, 6c2 a n minus 2 b2, 6c3 a n minus 3 b3, 6c4 a n minus 4 b4, 6c5 a n minus 5 b5, and last one is actually 6c, 6 is 1, and if we write a, that would be 6 minus 6 because n minus 6, so that is again 1. So we don't write that, and we directly write b to power maximum, that is n. Before I use calculator, let me write few more so you get comfortable with these. If I write, let's use 5 here. 5 plus x power 7. So it will be first number power 7 plus. Now I'm going to write NC1, then NC2, then NC3, then NC4, okay? First thing, second thing, whatever the power of A is, it keeps on reducing. It started with 7, then it will be 6, 5, 4, 3, and so on. And B, it started with 0 and will keep on increasing. This is 1, so 1. This is 2, so 2, 3, 3, 4, 4. Getting it? So we'll
Sir.
follow the sequence. And this is 7C1, A 7 minus 1, B1. Then we write 7C2, A 7 minus 2, and B2. Then we write 7C3, A 7 minus 3, and B3. We don't actually have to write all of this. The question will always tell you that it wants you to write the first 3 terms or first 4 terms and so on. Just for practice, we are writing more terms. So 7C4, A 7 minus 4, B4. 7C5, A 7 minus 5, B5. 7C6, A 7 minus 6, B6. And last term is always B raised to the power maximum power. Okay. Now let's solve few of these terms. So 5 raised to power 7 is 78125. Then this 7C1. Can you find this on your calculator? It would be written in this way: 7 NCR right next to the button NPR. You have to find these buttons.
So I found it, sir.
Okay, now we have to punch 7, then C, then 1. So 7, then this button, and 1. 7C1 is 7. So I write 7 times 5 raised to power 6, which is 15625 times x. Then the next one, that is 7C2. So 7C2 is 21 times 5 power 5, which is 3125 times x square, and so on.
How do we use the buttons again?
Okay, write 13C4. First type 13. You press
Okay.
13 in calculator. Then you press that button NCR. If it is above your button, you use shift. For me, it is above the divide button. So I use shift divide sign. So first I write 13. First I write 13. Why is it blurry? Okay. 13, okay. Then I have it above this button. So I use shift divide. Now you see there is 13C and I have to write 4. So 13C4. Then you press your equality sign and you should get 715. Please
How does it
confirm.
work out at 715?
A the calculator works out this way. It is solving 13 factorial over 13 minus 4 factorial times 4 factorial. Calculator is
Oh,
working this formula for you.
oh, okay.
Okay. Now let's try a few questions. See, the question says, find the first 4 terms for this in the binomial expansion. Now, luckily, A is 1. The first term is 1. So whatever the power is, it will always remain 1. So it is our choice. We write it or we miss it. So this was 1 plus 2x raised to the power 10. We need first 4 terms. So first term is 1 plus nc1 a power n minus 1. So I'm not writing it because it is always 1. So I'm not writing it. So I'm straight away coming to b. b1 plus nc2 b2 plus nc3 b3. So do you notice we are done with 4 terms? So
Yes,
1 raised to
sir.
power 10 plus, yes.
So I have a
So
question.
10c1 is 10. Yes, yeah.
So when you go 10, C, and 1, do we just normally write in the calculator? Do we have to put it to the power of?
You just write it normally. First you press 10, then you press the button C, the function
Okay.
C.
The NCR, right?
Yes. So this is what you will get. The first 4 terms. Let's try another example. Second example says 10 minus 1 by 2x is 10 minus 1 by 2x and power is 6. It will take less space if we write x by 2. Power is 6. So first term, a raised to power n plus second term 6c1 a 6 minus 1 b1. Next term 6c2 a 6 minus 2 b2. Next term 6c3 a 6 minus 3 b3. So we're done with 4 terms. Now we simplify. 10 power 6 is a million. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Plus 6c1 is 6 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times minus x by 2 plus 6c2 is 15 times 1, 2, 3, 4 and times, be careful, when the power is odd, the negative sign stays. When the power is even, the negative sign disappears. This is x square over 4 plus last one, 63 is 20 times 1000 times negative x cube over 8. And then we simplify all of this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 plus. So this was 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 divided by 2. And because of this negative sign, this is negative 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 x. And then we have 15, 1, 2, 3, 4 divided by 4 is 37500 x squared. The main thing is the first line. Second step and third step is just the simplification. 20,000 divided by 8 is 2,500 and with a negative sign. So 2,500 x cube. Do you get this?
Yes, for somewhat I understand.
This will take a little practice just to get used with this formula. You need nothing
The
else.
formula seems very long and seems like it'll take a while to remember.
And I think it will be given. You actually won't have to memorize it. But definitely if we memorize it, we'll be more comfortable in exam. Okay, write down the expansion of the following. All of these are to power 4. So 1 plus x first, then 3 plus x. So let's try this 1 plus x and then 3 plus x. One plus x power 4. Now this is 1 again. So anything raised to power 1 always stays 1. So I don't have to write it again and again. So 1 plus 4c1. A, I'm missing it because it is 1. B1 plus 4c2. B2 plus 4c3. B3 plus 4c4 is 1. So I don't have to write it. And B4. You see, I haven't placed brackets here. So now it's not that much expanded. So 1 plus 4c1 is 4. 4x plus 4c2 is 6. X square plus 4c3 is 4 again. That is 4x cube plus x4. Now, if you notice, all the questions had power 4. In our practice question, exercise 8C. Now, all these powers are 4. So actually, NC1, NC2, NC3, I can use these values. Now, I'm using 3 plus x. 3 plus x. So 3 plus x power 4. First thing is a raised to power 4 plus 4c1 an minus 1 b1 plus 4c2 an minus 2 b2 plus 4c3 an minus 3 and b3 plus the last power is always max. Now 3 power 4 is 81 plus I don't have to pick my calculator again. There is 4c1 right above this. So 4 times 27 times x plus 4c2 is 6 times 9 times x square. It is always advised that you write this step. You can do directly. There's no compulsion, but till you get a grip of it. 4c3 is 4 times 3 times x cube and last term. And finally simplification
So
81. Yes.
I was gonna say for 4C1 and such examples, with every example that has 1 at the bottom,
Yes,
it'll
that
always just be the number at the top. That's the value
yes.
of C, right?
Yes, for example, you have 5c1. So it is 5 factorial over 5 minus 1 into 1 factorial, factorial, and factorial. So you see 5 minus 1 is 4. So that is 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 in the numerator and in denominator because of this 1. It is 4, 3, 2, 1, right? 5 minus 4, 5 minus 1 is 4. So this, all of this goes away and you're only left with 5. If it would have been 7 factorial, the denominator would be 7 minus 1 factorial into 1 factorial. So now that is 7 into 6 factorial over 6 factorial. So this goes away, you're only left with 7. This is the reason. Whenever there's 1, it is the same number. Okay. 4 minus x. And the next is 4 minus x power 4. Now we do have 4, but we have to be careful with this negative sign. So 4 power 4 plus 4c1 n minus 1 and b1 plus 4c2 a n minus 2 and b2 plus 4c3 b4 minus 3 a4 minus 3 and b3, and 4c4 will be again 1, so we don't write that. Minus x power 4. So 4 power 4 is 256. 4c1 is right above us, that is 4 times 64 times negative x plus 4c2 is 6 into 4 square is 16 into positive x square. Then 4c3 is 4 times 4 into negative x cubed. Then we have, yes.
Will we ever have to do examples where there's more than 2 terms in the bracket?
There will be.
Oh man.
There will be. This is like 4 minus x. You may have something like this, 2x minus x square, or leave it like this. Where did it go? Okay, this is 2x minus 5 over x square raised to power 6. You may have a question like this, but the sequence will remain same always. The formula is same. Let me open this again. Okay, I lost that. Let's try another example. Okay, let's choose a bigger question. For instance, let's choose this 4f part. Question 4, f part 3 minus 2x cube. Why is this not working? 3 minus 2x, and this is cube. So we can write a raised to power n plus 3c1 a n minus 1 b1 plus 3c2 a3 minus 2 b2 plus 3c3, we're skipping that. 3 minus 3, we're skipping that. It is the last term, so 2x raised to power 3. Now 3 cube is 27 plus 3c1 is 3. So 3 into 9 into minus 2x plus 3c2. 3c2 is again 3 times 3, and this is squared, so this is 4x squared plus, and this is minus 8x cubed. Then the final step, 27 plus 3, 9 times 27 into 2 is 54, and that is negative 54 x, and then this is 3 times 9, 9 4 is 36 x squared, and then again negative 8 x cubed. Getting used to it slowly.
Can you solve an example with more than 2 terms so I can note it down?
Oh, sorry. You meant these terms.
Oh no, I meant like, for example, 3 minus 2x and then another one, like
No, no, you
minus.
won't get that. You won't get that. For example, suppose we do this right now. Suppose we have a question. It will be always like this. Like you may have part A and part B to the question, or else these are always two terms. You may have a question like this. If I write like 2x plus something. So we do have to understand what is the change in this. So if I rearrange this question, it will be 3 plus y minus 2x. So it is something here which is substituted. So we will look for this value in the previous part and substitute it. For example, if they tell you, you may like expand this, and then the question tells you that solve for 2x plus x square. These two, the comparison of these two. So first, when you've done this, we replace all the values of x with 2x plus x square in the later stage. Or else this syllabus is only limited to 1 plus b power n or a plus b power n. And the expansion formula is 1 plus nc1b1 nc2b2 because a is 1 plus nc3b3 and so on. So ncr, br, and the last term is b power n. And this below is a power n plus nc1, a n minus 1, b1, nc2, a n minus 2, b2, and then ncr, a n minus r, br, and then the last term b power n. Only these two with two terms. Three term would be the B part of that question, in which we just replace the given values. Okay, can you try this with me? Let's do this question number 7. It says find the binomial expansion of this, giving each term in its simplest form. So this is part 5, and binomial expansion, it is not limiting to, if you see at question number 3, question number 6, it limits us to 3 terms. But question 7 is not limiting, so we'll have to open it up to all the 6 terms. So this is x plus 1 over x power 5. Question 7, exercise 8c, x plus 1 over x and the power is 5. So a power 5 plus 5c1, a 5 minus 1, b1 plus 5c2, a 5 minus 2, b2 plus 5c3, a 5 minus 3, b3 plus 5c4, a 5 minus 4 and b4. Last term 5c5, that is 1, we don't write that. 5 minus 5 is 0, we don't write that. And 1 over x raised to the power 5. Now we
Sir,
simply, yes.
why do I feel that it's always the longer topics in math such as this that are the easier ones?
I want to die.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Anyways, sir, why is this so easy compared to everything we did before?
If you are feeling that this is easy, that's a plus point.
Well, it depends. Is this the extent of how hard it's going to get?
No. Basically,
I take it back.
sometimes people may find it hard, and that would be because they have not practiced the basic topics. Now the first line in blue, this is the expansion. After this, whatever I'm going to write is just the simplification. And if you know your basics, it is not hard for you. I've just used this formula right here and wrote this first line. And then I'm going to expand this. Now I know 5c1 is 5. This is x4 and that is 1 over x. Now I'm individually writing these. I'm not going into direct answers. So to avoid any mistake. Now 5c2, I have my calculator. 5c2 is 10. So I write 10. This is x cubed by x square. I may write it directly, but for now, I'm not going into that. Then 5c3 is 10 again. 10 times x square and 1 over x cube. Then 5c4 is 5. 5 times x times 1 over x power 4 plus 1 over x power 5. It said completely showing all the working. So first is x5 simplified. Now when we divide these two, we are left with x cube, 5x cube, then 10x, then 10 divided by x, then 5 divided by x cube, then 1 over x power 5. Now if you notice, the power was 5 first, reduced by 2, then reduced by 2 again, then reduced by 2, minus 1, reduced by 2, minus 3, reduced by 2, minus 5. You see the sequence continues. The power of x is reducing 2 each time. That was just the comparison. This is your last answer for the given question. Let's try one more question. Look at this question number 5. It says find first 3 terms in ascending power, and that is 2 minus x power 6. 2 minus x power 6. The questions will be easy. 2 minus x power 6. It said first 3 terms. So first term plus 6c1 a 6 minus 1 b1. We are done with 2 terms. Third term 6c2 2 power 6 minus 2 and b2. That's it. First 3 terms. Now we simplify. 2 power 6 is 64. 6c1 is 6 into 2 power 5 is 32 into minus x, and 6c2 is 15 times 16 into x square. 64 plus 32 times 6 is 192, and it is negative because there's a negative x there. So negative 192x plus 15 into 16 is 240x square. Done. It is a little lengthy at start because we are just practicing and getting used to the formula. After that, the question always tells you first 3 terms, first 4 terms, and so on. Now look at this. It says find the coefficient of x cube in the binomial expansion. Find the coefficient of x cube. Before we go any further, if we notice in this same question, let me say in this second last question, if I ask you the coefficient of x cube, your answer will be 5. If I ask you about the coefficient of x, what will be your answer?
I'm not sure.
Coefficient of x.
10. I didn't see that.
Yeah, that's
10.
10. And
I saw the
coefficient
one
of,
on the right, 10 over x.
no issues, no issues. Coefficient of x power minus 3.
5?
Yes. So now if the examiner is asking you the coefficient of x cube, and the question is 3 plus x power 5. Question is 3 plus x power 5, and he wants to know the value of a, right? He wants to know the value of a. Now there are two ways. One is we write all the terms. The other way is we just think a little before writing that whatever we are doing NCR, A n minus R, and BR. So when I see A is 3, it has nothing to do with X. And then I see X only lies in B. What if the R value of R is 3? Like if I choose to write it directly, 5C3, A is 3, 5 minus 3 is 2, and X part 3. Isn't it the very expression or term the examiner wants to know? So 5C3 is 10, 3 square is 9. So even if I open all the terms, the coefficient of x cube will be 90. Just to
Sir?
compare and understand. Yes.
Earlier you mentioned NPR next to NCR. So what is the
Yes.
purpose of NPR?
That is permutation. We will use that in statistics.
Oh, so is it relevant to our coursework?
Yes.
Yeah.
So in this case, if we choose to open all the terms, first would be 3 power 5, then 5C1, 3, 1, and B1 plus 5C2, B 5 minus 2, and this is 2 plus 5C3 and X3, 5C4, and this is 3 power 1 and X power 4, and last term is X power 5. Even if we open all these, the examiner was interested in coefficient of X cube. We know in this there's no X cube. Then in this we know this is only X. Then in this green circle, we know it would be X square. In this black circle, yes, there is X cube. This again is X4. Last is X5. So we can directly write our required term. But this was easy. This is 3 plus X. It was easy. If I have to guess, whenever I have X at one place, that is in place of A or in place of B, it is easy to guess. For example, if I write 3 plus X square, 3 plus X square power 6, definitely when it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, whatever it is, NC1, NC2, NC3, NC4, the power of X will be X square, X4, X6, X8. So it is pretty much obvious. If the examiner asks you about the coefficient of X power 6, we know it will only make 6 when we use 3. So 6C3, A 6 minus 3, and B 3. This will give you the coefficient of X power 6. The questions will get a very little complicated if we have 3 over X plus X square power 6. Now we'll have to think a lot before writing that which term it would be. Then it is always easier and nicer to write the two formulas and compare. We will do that at a later stage. Our first target is to get used to the formula. Now look at this interesting question. This right here. The coefficient of x cube in the expansion of this question is 30. Coefficient of x cube in this expansion is 30. So I'm writing this question and solving it. This is page 166. Page 166, question 4. And it says, two plus x times 3 minus ax power 4. It says the coefficient of x cube is 30, like 30x cube. So this is the keyword and the hint. Now I'm going to expand this question. We know there is no power on this, so it stays as it is. Now 1, 2, 3. There are again two types. How we can do this? Either we expand it, all the terms, all the 5 terms, and then select our terms, or we directly write it. First, I will write all the terms. Or let us do it directly. What do you say?
Can we do it directly?
Directly, okay. And now just allow me to ask you that we will be writing 2 terms. We will be selecting 2 terms. Why so? I will select one of the term, which is x square, because I know after multiplication it will become x cube. And I will select one term, which is x cube, because I know after multiplication with 2 it will stay as x cube. So we need 2 terms. One is in which we will have x square, and we know that it will be 4c2, because whenever the power is 2, it will make it x square. So 4c2, a 4 minus 2, and b2. This term will give you x square. Do you agree?
This term will give x squared.
Yeah, to get x square, because we know after multiplication with this x, it will become x cube. Our final destination is x cube, but we cannot ignore this x square, because it will ultimately turn into x cube. So 4c2 is 2 times 3 square is 9. And this is positive a square x square. So 2 9 times 18. Now this is 18 a square x square. We've actually skipped the first term. We skipped the second term. This is the third term, which is x square. And then we move on for x cube. So it will be 4c3, a 4 minus 3, and b3. So 4c3 is 4 times 3 times negative a cube x cube. So this is 12, negative 12 a cube x cube. So negative 12 a cube x cube. We have ignored all the other terms. Whenever the power of x will be higher than 3 is x4, we don't need it. If the power of x is 1 or 0, we don't need it, because we are only interested in x cube. Now, when I multiply with 2 with the first term, I don't need it. This stays x square. So we switch to the side and multiply these two. So 2 into 12 is minus 24 a cube x cube, right? And then we multiply this x with the first one to make it x cube. That is 18 a square x cube. Now you take out x cube as common. So you're left with minus 24 a cube plus 18 a square x cube. And we already know that the coefficient of x cube is 30. So minus 24 a cube plus 18a square is equals to 30. So if I divide with 6, all these with 6, I get minus 4a cube plus 3a square is equals to 5. And then we solve this to find the value of a. How will we do this? When do you have your next class?
I think we
For
have
math?
one
No, do
more.
you have the class right now? Any class right now?
No.
No.
This is our last class of the day.
So can we do it? Can you stay here for a few minutes?
I don't mind, sir.
Okay. So this is minus 24a cube plus 3a square is equals to 5. So we had a choice, minus 4a cube plus 3a square minus 5 is equals to 0. Let's use our calculator. Cube plus 3. Did
Sir?
you get here?
Are you solving this as a quadratic equation?
Not quadratic, this is cubic.
Oh, cubic equation.
It shouldn't have been this way. It should have been easier. Let me check if we made any mistake or not. This is 4c2 and A and B. So first is positive 4c2. 4c2. There is a mistake. 4c2 is 6, not 2. This is 6. 9, 6 9s are 54. This was 54. And then 4c3 is 4. That is correct. 4 3 is 12. So 54 into 2 is 108. A square x square minus this is 12. Okay. This was a mistake.
Wasn't it 108a cubed x cubed? Or
Yes. Oh, yes, yes, yes. So 6 times is 54 a square x square. And then the second one was minus 12 a cube x cube. So we multiply these two. We get 54 a square x cube minus these two, 24 a cube x cube. And 54 a square minus 24 a cube is equals to 30. Coefficient of x cube is 30. If I take out common a square, this is 54 minus
Sir,
24.
where did we get 30 from again?
This was given in the question.
Yes, I wanted to ask before, but I forgot.
The coefficient of x cube in the expansion of this is 30.
Oh, all right.
Okay. I think I'm missing out something. I'll share the solution right now in few minutes. Is it okay?
All right, sir.